finding my purpose changed my life. It's a bit of an exaggeration, I won't lie. But the other day, I watched a video by Hamza, and it was called The Full Guide to Masculinity. I will say this in every video I talk about masculinity. Everything I've learned about masculinity is from this guy called Hamza. You've probably heard of him. And yeah, that one full guide, it's like an hour and a half. It's a gold mine. So go watch that if you want it. But I'm just gonna explain some things that I learned, some things that I got from that video, and how. And this was the biggest thing. By far, the biggest thing I got from this video was this one part where he talks about his purpose and his mission, right? And he said to journal about it. He said, what is your purpose in life? What can you do that will help your tribe, you and your tribe succeed, right? And I began to think, and I wrote down, I was like, okay, I can help my friends and myself. I can help myself improve myself more by making these videos, by teaching my learning lessons, and that will solidify it more in my mind. And it would help me become better at explaining these things, so I can explain it to people around me, like my friends and my family. And also it can go out and I can help people around the world, right? So that's what I thought. And it was just so clear when Hamza said this one thing. He said something like, when I was a kid, I always used to explain things in my mind as if it was explaining to someone else. And it just clicked for me. That was it. If it doesn't happen to you, you will. I assume you won't understand. But in my head, just randomly when I'm doing things, I will explain things to myself as if I am another person. So obviously I understand, right? Because I'm the one explaining it, but I will be explaining it to myself in my head just to get a better understanding. Or just because that's like my instinct. My instinct is I need to teach it, right? So I think it's very natural for me to come on the camera and teach you guys, because that is the thing my mind does automatically. As soon as I learn something, the first thing my mind does is says it back to itself or explains it in a different way to like solidify it in my mind. So why not say it out loud so it could actually help other people while also solidifying it in my mind? And yeah, I really hope you get what I'm saying. Because like randomly when I find a new concept or I understand a new topic or something, I find myself, while I'm doing something or while I'm just sitting there, I'll just be kind of talking to myself in my mind. And it'll be like, oh yeah, you know, like when you do this, you gotta do this. Or like, this happens because of this. And I kind of, like, sometimes I catch it. I'm like, I get it, bro. Like, I am me. Like, why are you explaining it to me? And the way Hamza explained it just really helped me. He was like, your mind is trying to explain it to someone, and it doesn't have anyone to explain it to, so it's explaining it to yourself. And that's when I realized, like, I'm really built for this. My mind wants me to explain things to other people, wants me to teach it, wants me to share my learning lessons. You might be like this as well. If this is you, trust me, your life will be like, finally knowing that someone else does this as well will be so incredible for you, because it was for me. So if you have this, I would 100% recommend, if this happens to you, if you find yourself explaining concepts back to yourself in your head, or once you learn something, you find yourself talking yourself into it, or like you find yourself explaining it in your own mind as if you're explaining to someone else, then you know your purpose. Your purpose is to teach and to spread your message, to explain your learning lessons. And 100% the best way to do that is on YouTube, to start a self-improvement YouTube channel. Because it helps you solidify your learning lessons, it helps other people improve themselves, and it will be fulfilling your your mind's natural instinct to, to teach. Obviously, you can do it in other ways, but if you do it on YouTube, you might be able to monetize it as well, which is obviously never a bad thing. And yeah, I think that just made it so clear for me, like, this is the most important thing that I do in my day. The most important thing I do is I record these videos and I teach these lessons. And I'm just so grateful for Hamza saying that in that video, because it really made something click for me. It made me understand how important these videos really are, and how important they are to me, not just for me, but to everyone else. Because some people saw that. Like, I bet there's probably hundreds, maybe thousands of people who saw that video from Hamza and thought, man, that happens to me as well. And if all of them made a video about that, and then 1,000 more people saw it, then that's 1,000 more men who are on their purpose, who become more masculine, who begin to work towards something, which is just, that's the defining trait of a man, right? Of a masculine person. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have this thing, if you explain things to yourself in your own mind as if you were another person, I highly, highly recommend you make a self-improvement YouTube channel. And the way to do this is very, very simple. Get a camera, get your phone, anything, and just talk. Say whatever you want, bro. Like, to start off, you can literally just talk about what you did today. Turn on the camera, just be like, oh yeah, I went to school and like I got my friend's phone and I like texted his friend or whatever. You can say whatever you want. You just have to get in the habit of talking to a camera. You have to get in the habit of saying, like, obviously you can explain some basic concept or something new that you've learned. Just get on the camera and be like, yeah, today, or just document your self-improvement even. That's such a good thing, because you'll look back on it and you'll be happy that you recorded it, right? You'll be like, okay, today I missed my meditation, but I hit the gym and it was a really good workout, blah, blah, blah. Take lots of pictures, make some videos, and it's just make it real simple. Don't make a lot of friction. I don't even edit these videos, not even a little bit. Even if I, in the middle, just completely forget what I'm trying to say, I still upload it completely raw footage. I'm working on a video, which is, and I'm editing it now, but that is, that is a lot of friction. I was supposed to record that. I was supposed to upload that video like last week, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't, because I had to have the hurdle of trying to edit it, right? So obviously, if you're good with editing, do your thing, but I don't even edit my videos. I want as little friction as possible. I just want to get all my talking out, as in, like, I want to get as many videos as I can, right? Because that's what matters. It's the number of videos. At first, they're all going to be rubbish. I'm going to talk about this in another video, but you should chase failure, because that's the only way you will learn. The only way you learn is from failing. So if you try and avoid the failures, you're never going to learn anything. There's no path in which you succeed only and then get to the top. You get to the top by failing over and over, learning from your mistakes, and then getting up there. So don't try and avoid all the mistakes. Don't try and make your first video a perfect video. Just get on and record a 30-second clip of you saying, hi, this is my first video. I'm going to teach you my lessons of self-improvement. I'm going to recap some of my self-improvement stuff. I hope you enjoy watching them. Come back tomorrow for a new video. Simple as that. Just uploads. Get something on your YouTube page, and that will be the start. And just try and be as consistent as possible. And that's how I got 30 subscribers in 3 months. So maybe you follow someone else's advice. Okay, bye.